Indie artists struggle with their music careers because they don't have a clear vision on where they want it to go from the beginning. This obviously gives you some trouble with your direction because, again, you don't have a clear direction because you don't have a clear vision. Without a doubt, this is causing you to struggle, but what happens is it kind of builds some frustration and some fear, and it sends you down this losing rabbit hole that you can't seem to get out of. This always brings us back to a common thread that I have in my most recent videos with recognition. You see, you're still in that space of, I feel my talent should suffice enough for the success that I want to have in my music career, and that's just not the case. So on today's episode, we're going to break down how you need to open up this vision so that you can clarify your direction on where you want to go so that your goals make sense in this music career. Coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and yes, I have struggled with this quite a few times on my own, especially in the beginning stages of my music career. And it boils down to the fact that nobody owes you nothing in any form of anything in life, period. Okay? You can't be on that train of my talent will speak for itself. And I'm really beating a dead horse with this thing on many of these videos simply because I want to stress this to a lot of my new creators out there. Okay? It is all about self-preservation. You have to fight for self. So therefore, it must be more than talent. And we got to go back to the main vision before you even get into your goals of what you want to do, before your goals can actually make sense. And you're not wasting your time. All right, so let's hop right in. All right, so first we got to attack the vision first before we jump into everything else in today's show. So just let's focus on this first. The first step in our plan is to clarify your vision. Take a moment to define your ultimate vision of a successful life from creating music. Think back to the inspiring image that made you believe you could achieve your dreams as an artist. That's really where it starts right there. If you did not see that, you need to be real with yourself and say, what did it look like when I said, I'm going to set out on this path to do this? I don't care if you saw money. I don't care if you saw the flashing lights. What was it? A car, a house, being able to support yours? What was that thing that you said, I'm going to do this music thing to achieve this vision? What was that vision? You have to clarify that before we can get into anything else. So concentrate on your unique strengths and talents that set you apart from others. Okay? By having a clear vision, you'll be better equipped to tackle the external challenges of building a successful music career. That's just really what it is. A lot of times you all come into the game, you say, hey man, look, I knew I could do it, but you got to understand there's so many people that you're going to put on your team that don't know what you're doing. And because they don't know what you're doing, they don't know where to help you go. You can contact me if you want to do an artist audit. I'm just saying, I'm just selling that on the side. But anyway, look, point is, if you can't clarify this vision, you can't win in this game because you can't set goals off of phantom, off of nothing. I don't care how terrible the music is. I don't care how whack the artist is. They still had a vision. And you got to have one too if you want to win. Now let's go to failure because this is the one thing that gets in the way of your vision. And I'm talking about before you even start, because there's so many of you all who call me and say, man, I just don't know what to do. The point is you're scared. You're scared of failing. But let me address this for you. Coming to terms with failure is essential for overcoming internal obstacles like doubt, fear, and frustration. These are our three main culprits here. Understand that failure is a natural part of growth because it is. Instead of running from it, face it head on and learn from your mistakes because you have to if you want to win. Okay? Each setback provides valuable lessons that will make you stronger and more resilient in your journey as an artist. Now, here's the key point here. It is important to note that in most cases, each time you fail, you will fall further and further from the bottom. That's the thing about failure. When you started at ground zero, you were just there. You were on the ground. But once you failed the first time, you had gotten so far off the ground or further than you've ever been, and you just failed. You didn't fall back to ground zero because now you know what not to do. So that's the mental trick. That's the Jedi mind trick. Remember, when you fail, you don't fall back to the bottom. You start to have some insurance, some cushion, so that now when you go and you repeat the process, you can do it better the next time. That actually gives you confidence. I don't know if some of you all saw my confident video. I forgot which one that was. But that gives you confidence to keep going. So you can't be scared of failure because it has to happen anyway. That's why, like Denzel Washington said something, or I mean, he said it. Other people probably said it, but fail forward. You want to fail forward because you're going to fail forward because you're going to get back up and you're going to do it again and again, and that's how you're going to get good at it. So don't be afraid of this right here. Don't be afraid of this failure. All right? Take your vision, define your vision, really be real with yourself, see what it looks like, remember it, write all of it out, even draw it if you have to, then come back here and say, you know what, whatever it takes, I'm going to get there, and I know I'm going to fail, but that's cool, all right? Because we're ultimately going to win. It's just going to be lessons. That's all it is. Now, let's talk about obstacles, because this is what gets in the way when we talk about failure, because you're going to have stuff in your way. Every artist faces challenges, but what sets successful artists apart is their ability to overcome them. Begin by evaluating the obstacles currently blocking your path to success. Truthfully, evaluate the things that you can see in your way and we'll get them out. Okay. Now you want to develop strategies to tackle these challenges one at a time, and don't be afraid to ask for help. And that is the key of how you're going to get over the obstacle. Once you figure out what's in your way, because some of you all are just scared, period, figure out what's really in your way. And then let's figure out a plan. You can call me and we'll just figure out a plan together. We can make this happen. We'll develop some goals around those obstacles. And then you want to build a support system of mentors just like me and peers who can offer guidance and encouragement. That's just what it is. And addressing these obstacles will help you overcome both external and internal problems standing in your way. A lot of times you all don't define what the problem really is or what the obstacle really is. Therefore, you go back here of I'm scared to fail because I don't know how to address the obstacle. But sometimes you don't even know what the obstacle is, so you're just scared, period. We can't do that. Address why you're scared, be truthful with yourself, and a lot of times it'll go right back here to the vision because you weren't truthful with the vision. That means you can't be truthful with why you're scared, and you can't be truthful with what's actually in your way. See how I'm tying this together? Follow me now. Now we want to make a plan to win. So with the clear vision and newfound resilience, it's time to create a winning plan. Now, this is a nutshell, but I'm just saying, okay? Set specific, achievable goals that align with your vision and give yourself a realistic timeline to reach them. Stay focused. I want you to stay focused on your vision and hold yourself accountable throughout the process. By following this plan that you just put forth, you will be well on your way to addressing the philosophical problems of relying solely on talent for success. Success in the music industry requires hard work, determination, and a clear plan of action. I don't care how many people you saw on TV, on Instagram say, oh, they blew up, man. It was nah, man. These people had a plan. They had some goals. They had a scheme. They had a gimmick. And even with the gimmick, they planned the gimmick. So you got to have a plan together if you really want to win at this thing. And that's the truth. A lot of you all don't have a plan because guess what? You didn't have a vision. Therefore, you was scared to fail, which means that you didn't know what was really in your way because you were truly scared, and you don't understand that because you were scared, you didn't develop a plan to get around the obstacle. Plans are everything. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I'm quite sure you heard that several times in life. If you haven't, welcome to it. But anything in this business requires a plan, period. On the outside looking in, it almost looks flawless because you can't see all of the mistakes happening on the back end. It is what it is. Now, what if I don't have a clear vision for my career? Well, you got to invest time in exploring your passions and goals, shaping a vision that aligns with your values and aspirations. You need to take time to remember and reflect on why you truly set out on this path in the first place. And you all know my goals video. If you need to watch that, go back and watch it again. Right? I may do another one on it to explain it again. But the thing is this, you got to have the vision to be able to say, I want to do X to accomplish Y by Z, X by Y by Z, or X by Y for A by Z. I'm just giving you the formula of how a goal formula works. And that's just what it is. You put that together based on the vision. Never do a goal without a vision because it doesn't happen that way. And you can begin to win. And then you just use that same formula to attack each obstacle that's in the way. Any obstacle that's in the way has to get out of the way naturally because you have a plan set. But we're not talking about goals. We're talking about your vision. Now, how do I overcome the fear of failure yet again? Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Remember, using your experiences as stepping stones towards growth and improvement. Remember, each time you fail, you will fail and fall further and further from the bottom. That's your insurance. That gets you through the gate. What if I can't overcome the obstacles I'm facing? I said you want to seek mentors and peers and use them as leverage to get over the obstacles. Lastly, remember that persistence and determination are essential ingredients for success. And that's our keywords: persistence and determination. The persistence and the determination comes from the vision in the first place. It's like you watch cartoons and you see the dog and he wants the steak, and that dog will do whatever for the steak. That dog is persistent. He's determined to get the steak. So you saw the vision, therefore you're going to be persistent and determined to get that vision, the light you saw at the end of the tunnel. That means nothing can get in, and even if something is in your way, it's going to bow down to the fact that you have so much drive to make it there that it's just going to get out of the way. Now, a lot of the times when you're building this stuff from the beginning, you're going to have to focus on creative. I actually just made a video about focusing on creative first. It may be that you need to do that as an artist, but at a certain point, you will reach another obstacle called the business of music, hence the music business. Now, while you're creative and you need to focus on this vision and you need to build all the creative processes, you actually need to build your business as well. What I've done is I've put something together called this. It's called the 60-Day Record Label. And this is a framework established to build your record label in a perfect 60-day sequence so you can get right back to creating. This will be set in place so that all of the people that you bring on board will already have something to work with. Managers, business managers, attorneys, all that. You'll be set. Okay, you'll understand the industry a lot more, plus your business will be built. And that's the thing that a lot of artists lose on. Now, you're going to learn how to set up your LLC and bank account flawlessly so they work together like this for some base level anonymity as well. All right, and we're going to set up your records and publishing division to collect domestic and international publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15%. Believe me, that 15% gets expensive for you. All right, so we're going to utilize the contract templates inside of this course to get you in the game right away so you understand the game that you're playing. The thing about this music game is that it's all played on a black and white piece of paper. From there, you get the colors of all the other people that work in the mix. But everything is based on the contract. Look at all the stuff that's covered. BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, the MLC, Music Reports, Harry Fox Agency, Illuminate, All Music, ISRC.com, music distributors, and much more. It's packed inside of this course. How much is it? $275 or 5 easy payments of $55. I know where you have to go. I want you to win in this game. I don't want to take an arm and a leg. Okay? Now, when you're done, book a call with me so we can go over a strategy for you to further continue winning. Or you can do it before. It doesn't make a difference. We can talk about the artist audit that I mentioned earlier in the video. And if this is your first time watching the video, make sure you grab the free stuff below. All right? I highly suggest it. Now, winning. Remember, establish a clear vision and direction. Welcome failure as a learning opportunity. Tackle obstacles with determination. Set achievable goals and maintain accountability. Build a robust support system, all right, and network. That's going to come. Don't be afraid of the networking because you got to do it. And then continuously grow and evolve as an artist no matter what. This is if you seriously want to win right over here, all right? Because if you don't, this is where you're going to be, suffering from a lack of clear direction, allowing the fear of failure to hold you back, and succumbing to obstacles instead of overcoming them. This is where a lot of people go to the graveyard in the music business. These three things: direction, failure, obstacles. Direction, fear, or obstacles. Fear of failure and obstacles. And that causes a lot of people to quit. Simply because they don't try, mainly because probably they didn't want their vision. They really didn't care too much for their vision. They were just trying. This is how a lot of you all new creatives out there get stuck in the business, because you're messing with people who are also just trying. We don't want to hang with the people that are just trying, because I know you got to build a support system and network. Ultimately, this is where I want you to be, but this is probably where you are now. Realize you're going to win if you just keep going, but don't try. Do. Trying doesn't get you anywhere. It just gets you repetition, right? And you just get more trial and error, more trial and error. You spin your wheels. That's what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? I want you to be here. My main point is this. If you can take some of the stuff that I talked about in today's video, you should be able to transform your struggle from a directionless and a visionless struggle to one that is more confident, focused, and prepared to succeed with a clear path to success in this music industry. All right, everybody, visit musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff below, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.